this is Zhenya's kitchen. Tonight we've got a lot of cans, which is not really usual for this house. But it's diced tomatoes and tomato sauce. That means it's got some kind of meat sauce, and there is also meat. We're gonna make my husband's one of his favorite dishes, baked spaghetti. I think my mother don't likes it too. So there we're gonna start with cooking the ground beef, adding the sauce, adding this, adding that, boiling spaghetti. Let's meet at the frying pan and start cooking up the stuff. Frying pan, a little bit over medium heat. We're gonna put some olive oil from my olive oil fancy bottle. I have a red onion, already cleaned it. And I'm gonna chop the half in thirds, so it's 1/6. It will cook down. You'll never know it's there. So chop the onion. There we go. It's quite good sized pieces. Here's the sizzle. I'm only using red onion because that's all I have right now. I'm not really picky about onion color. So we're gonna let it cook just for a little bit, just to get a little bit of that sweetness out. We don't need to make it all nice and golden. It's alright. It will cook together with meat. And here I have about 1.5 pounds of 85-15 ground beef. That's a good thing. I'm just gonna put it in. Alright? Now I'm gonna be right back because I need to throw this away and wash my hands. So the ground beef is starting to brown a little bit. Let's put all the spices in. About 1.5 teaspoons of salt. We're gonna taste it again. We always taste it. Don't forget, whenever I give you measurements, that's my taste. Don't forget to taste for yourself. And then we're gonna put some, I have Italian seasonings. About a good teaspoon to 1.5 teaspoons as well. I'm not using any, like marinara sauce or anything. So because of that, we need a lot of flavor coming from the meat. And about a couple teaspoons of garlic. If you want, you can use fresh. I'm always afraid to burn the fresh one unless the recipe really calls for it. I try not to mess with it. I like it raw. And about a teaspoon of pepper. There we go. Very good. So now I'm just gonna keep on browning it. And onions cooking really lovely with everything. And I'm gonna come back to you when it's all nicely browned and all the little chunks are broken down. So the ground beef is nicely cooked. It's brown. It's separated. It's nicely in tiny little pieces. So if you want to drain it, if you have a fattier ground beef, you either put it in a strainer and drain it there. You can put it in a dish and put paper towels down and we'll soak it up. Ours is 85-15, so it's not really a lot of fat. We're gonna keep the little fat. So can time. I have 2 cans of diced tomatoes. All right, 1 and 2. And I have 3 cans of tomato sauce. So here you have all these different choices. If you want, you can put less seasoning in your meat and use marinara sauce. You can use already made sauce. You can use salt-free stuff. You can do anything you want. See how tomato this is? And I'm going to tell you one more secret. You can take all these ingredients in the morning and put it all in a crock pot and turn it on low and go to work. I've left it on for 12 hours because I work far and I have to drive and all that. And I came home, just made spaghetti bouillon dinner. So I'm gonna mix it all in very slowly and gently. Because now I have a very full pan. And I'm gonna let it cook. I'm gonna let it cook for half an hour before I come back to check on it. Alright, so let's time half an hour. Oh, this is gorgeous. Let's time half an hour and we're all gonna come back and see what it looks like. We might have to take a little taste test and see if we need to adjust the spices. So the half an hour have lapsed. This is gorgeous. Woo! And steamy. And we tasted it. The spices are great, just how we like them. So what I'm gonna do is actually I'm gonna move it to a different burner, and I'm still gonna keep on cooking it on medium heat, just for another, I don't know, 20 minutes, as long as it's gonna take me to cook pasta. So I have another pot of water. We have to bring it to boil. Hope you all know how to make pasta. If not, this is what we're gonna do. We're gonna put the pot here. We're gonna put about a teaspoon of salt, 2.5 teaspoons. You want to salt water well because that's what flavors the pasta. A little bit of olive oil so it doesn't stick together. You can use any oil at this point. And I have spaghetti. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to have a lot of spaghetti. I'm going to use about a pound, and I'm going to break it in half when the water boils. And then I'm going to taste it and see, when it's al dente. So I actually am going to wait till the water boils, and I'm going to do it real fast. So remember, bring the water to boil, put as much pasta as you want, and just taste it every few minutes, and you'll see. And you want it just a little hard and chewy, just a teeny bit chewy. So, and then I'm going to throw it in the strainer. Alright? So how about this? When the pasta is done, and we're ready to mix things together, and the cheese is out of the fridge, I'm gonna meet you then. Spaghetti is done, sauce is done. It just cooked for another 20 minutes while spaghetti was cooking. I mean, this is just delicious. I'm gonna mix it in just a teeny bit. I also thought about it, you can make vegetarian sauce. You just saute a whole bunch of veggies like mushrooms and zucchini and eggplant, and then just add the sauce to it. Or you can just add fresh tomatoes. Just go crazy. Anyway, I have a square Pyrex spray so it doesn't really stick it too much. Okay, so I do it in a little bit of a layer manner. I put some spaghetti down. Alright, put some sauce on it. Ooh, this stuff is hot. By the way, my oven is on. It's warming up at 350 as we speak. Spaghetti. Messy, good. Ooh. There we go. With a little mozzarella. We like the cheese in the middle. You can use any cheese you like. I have mozzarella and cheddar. I'm gonna use both. Now I'm gonna put sauce on it. There we go. A little bit more cheese. I put cheddar this time. Okay. A little bit more spaghetti. If you want, you can just put everything in a giant dish and mix it up together. I've done it too. But in a smaller dish, I just layer it like this. And spaghetti is not super sticky because I put oil inside. Spoon, move it around. All right, a little bit more sauce on the top. All right, trying to make it so you can see it better. Now we're gonna top it with more cheese. Any cheese you like. Remember, as long as it melts, whatever you like. You can do Parmesan. I like to serve Parmesan when it's already ready. And now I'm gonna put it in the oven at about 375, and I will time it. And I'll let you know when we take it out how long it took. Alright? Baked spaghetti, going in the oven. So baked spaghetti took 20 minutes to look this gorgeous. Let's start the trying process. There we go. Dig in there. Ooh, hot. That piece of meat got away from me. I'm gonna get it. There. I'm with the dish so you can see it. Fancy grater, Parmesan cheese. It's much more convenient when you're at the restaurant because then they do it for you. But here you can do as much as you want. By the way, I always recommend this grater because it's good for cheese or chocolate or anything you like to grate. So there we go. Where's that little piece of meat? I got cheese here, more cheese, meat, spaghetti. Mmm. Delicious. Hot. Very tasty meat. By the way, for people who don't really like onion, I can't see it anymore. I can't find it anymore. The cheese melted inside. It has a little bit of a crisp on the outside. That's how I like it. If you don't like it that long, you can just put it in the oven for 10 minutes, I guess. So you'll just melt it, but you don't have that a little bit of a, I don't know, this teeny bitty crunch. Alright? Oh my god, this is so good. This is delicious. This is so good. I'm Zhenya. This is Zhenya's Kitchen. This is my take on baked spaghetti. And we're gonna go have dinner.